Hey guys, it's Molly. Let me get this set up a little bit better here. Today, I thought I'd shoot a different kind of video. This is kind of a video on how to be creative, tap into intuition, and just kind of play around on the cheap, how to do it on the cheap. So I thought I'd throw up some ideas for you guys and show you just with what being a little creative and being thrifty can do for you. I know times are kind of tough for a lot of people, and I have spent a ton of my life being in tough times before too, and so I have picked up on all sorts of cool tips that I'm going to share with you. So let's start with cards. Let's start with cards for intuition, that kind of thing. If you want to play around with different kinds of cards, they can be so expensive. Professional cards, tarot cards, from, cute, from professional sources. Just, it comes with the territory. They are very expensive. Here is a tip. This is one of my favorite decks that I use, you guys. And this deck, I actually made myself from cards from a board game. We have this store here in Minneapolis. It's called Half Price Books. They have an amazing clearance section where they also have games and such. And there was this board game called I Know. It was a trivia game on clearance for $3. So, of course, I got it. And it's just a basic trivia card. And what I did with this is I just laid out one night, and these are like half of the cards that come in the game. I just spent one night hanging out with the cards. I picked out which images resonated with me. And I gave them meanings. I gave the cards the intentions. So let's go. This is a happy day, a good day, a bright day, a fun person. This is a wise person, someone who maybe has some spiritual gifts, something along that line. These are people watching, possibly kids. This is a Scorpio. This is a stinger. This is somebody who has their defenses up. This is seeing signs from the universe. This is possibly somebody tapping into their bank account. This is somebody sitting in the shadows trying to figure out a mystery. They're watching somebody, but they haven't come forth yet. This is a very self-assured person. They'll walk around green and not give one shit about it. This person is happy and jolly. They may be tall. This is an old soul. This is a wise person. You will probably get the truth from this person. This is a sparkly, shiny, awesome peacock of a person. This is somebody who may be famous. So see how I do that there? You can do it too. So when I got these cards, they had square corners. And personally, I just don't like how the square corners feel when you shuffle. So I do have a corner punch. So I just sat in front of YouTube and punched a bunch of cards while I zoned out. It was actually quite meditative. So you guys, what my point is if you want to get creative, I got this entire deck, which is my favorite deck, one of my favorite decks now, for $3. All right, so what do I put this deck in? What can I put this deck in? Let me show you. You want to make a pouch for your cards. You got a kid who has a legging that may have gotten a hole in the knee, something along that line. This is the bottom of the legging. The foot would come out. Here's the foot. So I just cut the legging, turn it inside out. Watch this, guys. You're gonna love this. If you don't have kids, this will work with the sleeve of your shirt, your own legging, something along that line. So watch. Tie a little knot right here. I'm gonna make this kind of a long, deep pouch. Okay. So I'm gonna pull the knot super tight. You ready? There. Tight. Cut off all this crap. Alright, now I'm gonna flip it. Well, actually, I'm going to keep it that way. Now, see where this hem is? I'm gonna take my little scissor. Now, you don't want to cut through both sides, so you gotta be careful. And pinch out a little bit of this hem. This is hard because I have the camera in between me and this while I'm doing it. I'm actually doing it through the camera. So see how I do this? I'm just going to do a little slit. Of course, I have the dullest scissor here. There it is. Get that in there. This is like the part that takes the longest. Okay. You know, if you have a sharp scissor, you don't have to put it in that far. There we go. See that slit right there? Do it on the other side. I guess I should have tested my scissors first. Believe it or not, I am a professional artist with these lame scissors. There we go. All right. Now, I have ribbon. If you don't have ribbon, you could use yarn, twine, anything along that line. Let me see here. So I cut a piece of ribbon. I cut it extra long just so I don't have to freak that I didn't make it long enough. And then I'm going to tie a little knot right at the end. See that? And then I'm going to take this little baby safety pin that we all have hanging around somewhere, and you poke it right through that little knot. Come on, little safety pin. Okay, I got to look around. There we go. Okay, and then you close it back up. Now, just because I'm me, I'm going to cut off that little tail because it's too much. Okay. Now, here's the magic. You take the safety pin and you put it in the hole. And you inch it and slide it, inch it and slide it, inch it and slide it. Watch that. See it? It looks like I'm not doing anything, but guess what? So we're just going to inch and slide, just like this. And you guys, these pouches are good for like so much stuff. So instead of like if your kid trashes their pants or whatever, instead of throwing them away, make these little pouches. Look at it. It literally takes like no time at all. So then I'm going to take this off now because this was just our little kind of anchor that allowed us to maneuver it through. And then I'm going to tie a little knot right at the end. That was not a good one. Here, let's go. Tie a little knot right at the end. Here we go. And then we're going to flip it all inside out. Do, 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 do. Do, do. And look at that, my loves. a cute little pouch that you can put your decks in if you'd like. You can store whatever in. I have all sorts of them. So, yeah, I have little cards. I have my emotion cards, my spirit guide emotion cards. Stanley is totally amazed at what I just did. And so, yeah, for little cards, these are perfect. So, yeah, like I said, guys, if you have a piece of yarn hanging around, this is free. You already have the pants, the sleeve, the whatever. All you need is to tie a knot and cut it and put the ribbon on, yarn, twine, whatever you have hanging around. And you know what's cool, you guys, when you do this kind of stuff? You really start to own it. And, you know, that deck may be my favorite because I made that deck. I am bonded with that deck. These pouches I keep my cards in, I love them because my energy of making them has been put into them. So it's really kind of fun to think about it that way. So next I want to talk about kids and creativity. If you have any kids in your life, or, you know, if you really want to step into this, I'm switching over to my artist side now. If you really want to step into pumping your creative juices, a really great idea is just to put all of your supplies in glass jars. And then have a specific place where you put a shelving unit or shelves up or something, and you display all of your supplies on your shelves. Because when you walk into a room and you see every one of the things, not in little fancy wicker baskets that you paid, you know, $10 a piece for at wherever, that's holding and hiding all of your creativity, you know what you can do? You can save your spaghetti sauce jar that you already have. You're going to throw it away anyway. Your pickle jar. Here's another spaghetti sauce jar. Sauerkraut. My studio is covered in these jars. I haven't paid anything really for storage, and it is amazing. It's inspiring. It looks cool. You walk in, you see everything at a glance, and it's amazing for kids. So if you have any children, if you want them to start drawing, if you want them to start feeling more inspired or creative, it all begins with the eyes. It all begins with the ideas, the concepts. And so when they're just presented right in front of you in glass jars that you were going to throw away anyway, that's the kicker of it. It's amazing. You can get 20 of these jars in no time flat, and it'll blow your mind how many of this kind of stuff you burn through. The perfect container that you'll throw in the recycling, and you'll go to Michael's and buy some sort of container that pretty much looks just like this. Or you will buy some sort of container that's completely closed off and you can't see what's inside of it. So keep in mind, guys, it is really easy to be creative on the cheap. And it's fun. It's really fun. And once you walk into a studio or even your own shelving unit, you look up at your crafting shelf and you see all those jars just filled with stuff. You're going to be like amazed. It'll spark your creativity. So I hope you guys like some of those ideas. Let me know if you have any more fun creativity on the cheap ideas. All right, guys. Peace out. Have a good day.